You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports. We're going to talk about Brittney Griner. It seems Russia is ready to move forward in the potential negotiations for vicious criminal VIKTOR BOUT, the Merchant of Death. It seems David Whelan was on Fox News just a minute ago talking about his brother Paul. Look, we should be clear about something. We hope Paul Whelan makes it home. He's a U.S. Marine. He served this country. He hasn't had any of the anti-American sentiments, if I'm just keeping it real, that Brittney Griner has had over time. She's a U.S. citizen. I get that. He has served his country. And, of course, she has said she's very patriotic. But when you don't come on to your WNBA court for the national anthem, that's a hard sell for me. Okay, so back to Russia. Russia is ready to negotiate and discuss this prisoner swap, and this news just broke. This is CNN. Lavrov says Russia is ready to discuss prisoner swap with U.S. after Griner conviction. The U.S. and Russia have indicated they are ready to hold talks over a prisoner swap a day after basketball star Brittney Griner was convicted of drug smuggling and sentenced to 9 years in prison for carrying less than a gram of cannabis oil through a Moscow airport. It should be noted, this is CNN. They're going to be extremely progressive and extremely liberal in their relaying of this this story and how they do their journalism. So you guys keep that in mind. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov told reporters in Cambodia that the Kremlin is, quote, ready to discuss this topic, but within the framework of the channel that has been agreed by the president's state news agency RA Novosti reported. There is a specified channel that has been agreed upon by Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Joe Biden. And no matter what anyone says publicly, this channel will remain in effect. Lavrov reportedly said Friday at the Association of Southeast Asian Nations Summit. Shortly later, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said at the same summit that the U.S., quote, will pursue talks with Russia. We put forward, as you know, a substantial proposal that Russia should engage with us on. And what Foreign Minister Lavrov said this morning and said publicly is that they are prepared to engage through channels we've established to do just that, and will be pursuing that, Blinken told reporters at the press briefing. The comments from each side suggest that a negotiation process, which is already proven complex, could accelerate in the coming days. Russian government officials requested last month that former colonel from the country's domestic spy agency who was convicted of murder in Germany last year be included in the U.S. proposed swap of notorious arms dealer VIKTOR BOUT for Griner and Paul Whelan. Multiple sources familiar with the discussions told CNN. Whelan, a U.S. citizen, has been held by Russia since 2018 and was convicted by a Russian court in 2020 on espionage charges that he has strenuously denied. Griner's conviction has raised similar concerns that she is being used as a political pawn in Russia's war against Ukraine. The U.S. State Department classifies the pair as wrongfully detained. Griner's a Women's National Basketball Association star and pleaded guilty to carrying cannabis oil in her luggage as she traveled through a Moscow airport February 17th. She testified in court. She was aware of Russia's strict drug laws and had no intention of bringing the cannabis into the country, saying she was in a rush and, quote, stress packing. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Prior to the verdict on Thursday, Griner apologized to the court, asked for leniency in an emotional speech. Quote, I never meant to hurt anybody. I never meant to put in jeopardy the Russian population. I never meant to break any laws here. I made an honest mistake, and I hope that your ruling doesn't end my life here. I know everybody keeps talking about political pawn and politics, but I hope that is far from this courtroom. And the other thing that should be noted, a lot of people have said, well, she was supposed to plead guilty in order to even begin a prisoner swap, but I don't know that I necessarily buy that. Okay, again, we labeled her wrongfully detained. She admitted to doing wrongdoings, breaking Russian law. So, I don't know. That's up for your interpretation. I know my interpretation of it. You broke the law, they sentenced you, period. And look, I can't help but be aware that I know if I'm going into Russia and I know this is against their law, I am hyper sensitive to what I am packing, what I am doing, paying attention. And she played there for basically 6 years, 6 or 7 years. So, look, she's really familiar with what the Russian laws are and aren't. I mean, she even admitted she knew they had strict drug laws, and she wasn't paying attention anyway. So it is what it is. But here we are. Here we are. The Department of Justice did not want Biden to do this, but Russia is now opening the lines of communication for a swap on Paul Whelan and Brittney Griner for the Merchant of Death. There we are. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.